I'm Hunter Mulford, you're watching Life Tomorrow, and I'm reporting from the Luxury Technology Show at the Metropolitan West. So right now I'm going to be checking out some of the newest cutting edge technology, and I'm coming over to Seth Goldstein with the Mobilize Rescue Systems. Hi Seth.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Excellent, how are we doing?
Awesome, so I'd love to begin by you just telling me a little bit about your product.
Sure. So what we have is, it's the first intelligent interactive first aid kit. Really, it requires no prior training. The kit will launch itself when you lift the lid, and it will help you assess and manage whatever the emergency is that you're trying to deal with.
And my understanding is that it actually has an interactive app. How does that work?
It does. It took about 2 years to design the algorithm that runs behind the app, and the app is designed for a lay rescuer, so it requires no prior training. There's no fancy medical language in there. The idea is that you answer simple questions, most of them are yes or no, and it will help you narrow down what you're dealing with. Eventually it'll help you find the right piece of the inventory, and then it's going to show you how to use it.
And I know we're going to do a demo in a little bit, but can you tell me what is in each kit and how are they different?
Absolutely. We actually have 3 different levels of kits. We have our comprehensive kit, which is right here on the board behind you and on the table. The comprehensive kit is equipped to manage somewhere between 80 and 100 different emergencies. We prioritize bleeding control, airway management, and then hypothermia care. It will also include instructions for burn care, fracture management. It includes aspirin for cardiac events, Benadryl for allergic reactions, and oral glucose for diabetic emergencies. But it really goes beyond that because we take advantage of the fact that people have medications with them. If you have an allergy and you carry an EpiPen, we include the instructions for a bystander to help you use that EpiPen. They don't have to have it with them. Inhalers, nitroglycerin, and Narcan instructions are in there also. Narcan is prevalent in the community now. Not everybody knows how to use it, but they know what it's for.
Right.
We'll help you identify the right patient to use that medication and then show you how to use it.
So a lot of these people that have the system, they have little to no medical experience. How does the app really calm someone down during a life or death situation?
Probably the easiest thing to do is just kind of show you that opening screen, and you can see it on the table behind me. Our first instruction to every rescuer is take a deep breath.
Right.
And probably the only thing that you can absolutely do wrong is panic. If you take that deep breath, slow down, and answer the questions, we know that there's going to be instructions in there that can help you manage this emergency.
And from your experience or any that you're aware of, have you seen this system truly save a life or lives?
We have a handful of live case studies that have happened since we've been on the market. Most of our clients are very protective of that information, and we absolutely want to protect their privacy for it. But we've had it used in seizures. We've have had it used in chest pain calls. The chest pain call is interesting because the person providing the care had no prior medical training, went through the algorithm, gave some aspirin to somebody who was having a cardiac event. The paramedic arrived and got report from this rescuer and asked, "Oh, you must be an EMT." And the rescuer laughed at him and said, "Oh no, I just did what the box told me to do." And for us, that's a huge win because it tells us that a bystander can provide very nuanced, intricate medical care without the need for that prior training.
And it seems like it's definitely empowering those bystanders to make the move and save the life. And I heard you mention that it's an algorithm. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of talk lately about incorporating artificial intelligence. Do you see this maybe in the future incorporating that?
I don't know what the technical definition of artificial intelligence is, but we have joked that what's behind that screen is almost 100 combined years of medical experience, and that's the medical advisory team at Mobilize. We're all paramedics. All of us have different aspects of our career that we've delved into. I'm a firefighter paramedic with an educational background. Another guy's a paramedic who went on to law school and became a lawyer. We have paramedics with military experience, and then our medical director was a paramedic who decided to go to medical school and become a doctor. And so when you combine all that into the decision-making process that's buried behind our app, we're able to leverage that in the hands of a bystander that just watched probably the worst thing in their life happen.
So it really has the brains of all of you.
That's what we like to think.
Awesome.
So are you going to try this?
I want to. Let's do it. Okay, so are you bleeding? What's happening?
So there's this shady looking guy just behind the cameraman. You can't see him, but he's just dove over the guy's shoulder, and I am now bleeding profusely from my arm, and you're gonna save my life. You should act quickly.
Okay, I have to move quick. Okay, so right now I have to take a deep breath. I'm gonna click start. It said put on the gloves. I'm gonna skip that part, but we'll pretend I did. So I'm gonna go next. Is there more than one victim? No. Is he bleeding badly? Yes. So this is so easy. Touch where the victim is bleeding. So we're gonna go, it's your right arm.
Yep. Go ahead and find
Locate the tourniquet. Right here, and it physically shows you where to put it. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm gonna go next. Looks like this, open package.
And there's your 4-step screen.
Perfect. So I'm gonna open the loop, put it on his arm. It's telling me to move it up here, so now I'm just gonna tighten this.
Get all that slack out.
Then I think I can take this.
All right.
And then I'm gonna twist it.
Get it tight.
It says twist rod until bleeding stops. And then slide it
Right into that loop.
into this loop. Incredible. So as you can see, that was so easy to use. And how do you think this compares? I was briefly talking to your coworker. Instead of using a belt, which I learned, can you tell me a bit about how a belt will not work?
Sure. So most of the recent studies on tourniquet use show that the only thing that's not going to work is a belt. And a lot of it comes down to the material of the belt is just too thick. And to get a windlass, a bar with enough to give you enough mechanical advantage, it would probably have to be 3 feet long.
Wow.
The tourniquet we use is called a soft T-wide tourniquet. There's another tourniquet on the market called a cat tourniquet. They've been extensively studied and shown to stop bleeding. If you're going to improvise something, you're going to kind of have to make it up as you go along. And I would say if that's all you have, you got to try and stop the bleeding. Somebody can bleed to death from a wound like I described in 3 minutes or less. Something has to be done. But using a product like ours with commercially designed tourniquets is going to give you the best effective way to stop bleeding.
Definitely. And how does someone purchase one of these systems?
All of our products are available off of our website. It's mobilizerescue.com. Our smaller individual kits are also available on amazon.com. But if you go to the website, there's a ton more information there. Some of the videos that show a little bit more detail about how they work, and there's some more information about us and the design process we went through.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Seth. Well, I'm going to take you over here. Thank you so much, Seth. That was incredible. And right now I'm going to ShadeCraft, and I'm here with Armen Gharabegian. Hi, Armen.
How you doing?
So right now, as you can see, we're standing in front of this incredible umbrella, and it's called the Sunflower.
Correct. It's the Sunflower.
Can you tell me a little bit about it and how it works?
Sure. So Sunflower is the world's first autonomous robotic shade, which tracks the sun for solar energy. Then it converts that to automation. So it basically shades you, but it's much more than that. It's actually an AI module that lives outside your home. So you speak to it, it plays your music, it has an onboard camera, you can control your ecosystem with it, it's connected to the IoT. And it's the first time that we've ever produced anything like this, so we're really excited.
And what powers it? How is it working right now?
The solar panels on top are what generate the power. As it tracks the sun, it receives optimum energy. And then that transfers in, and it has a battery inside, so you never really need to plug it in all year long. Well, it depends if it's raining or snowing.
And you're based in Los Angeles, right?
Yes, we are. We're a California-based company. We're a startup that started several years ago. We launched this in 2017, so we're really proud of it.
And as the founder, I'd love to ask you, what made you come up with this idea?
You know, there's too much clutter outdoors. I think that it just makes sense to bring technology into an object that people already use. So imagine if you had an outdoor speaker and then you had an AI module or other things. We integrated it into a seamless design that makes sense because people need parasols to shade themselves, right? So we're trying to integrate technologies to reduce clutter and improve people's lives outdoors.
And how else do you think it improves people's lives outdoors? Can you tell me a little more about its camera capabilities?
Sure. I mean, besides the security apparatus, it becomes another important security device that you can basically tag along with other things. But the important thing about this is that it has a lot of onboard sensors. So it tells you about actual, ultraviolet radiation. It tells you if there's carbon monoxide, methane, etc. aside from that, there's other features that are important. People don't necessarily want to go out and close their parasols. It basically closes by itself when the wind picks up, so it's never going to end up in your neighbor's house,
Wow.
which is a great thing. It was an automation that was necessary for a product that's been around for thousands of years, and I think that we just really needed to go that route, and so that was the problem we were solving.
And you definitely are solving a problem. It's incredible. And how do you, I mean, it can do so much. It has the security aspect. It's solar, it's powered by the sun.
Speaker system.
The speaker system. And is there an interactive app? How do you control it?
Correct. So first and foremost, it's completely AI integrated, so you can speak to it. If you want it to close, you don't need to use your app. If you're in the garden, if your hands are dirty, if you're barbecuing, you don't have to touch your phone. But it does have basically a very clean app that's connected to it, and so we're working on the app as well. You can control it right through the app if you want to from your home, or even basically remotely from your office. You can control this device, and you can see through its camera if you wanted to.
So you can be looking at it from your office, and it can already do so much, but how do you see it progressing even further over the next, say, 5 years?
We'd have to give away the technology. We're working on a lot of interesting technology right now that's going to help people to actually manage some of the outdoor issues that they're having, and that's our mission.
Amazing. And how do people find out more about ShadeCraft, you, and the sunflower?
Well, they have to connect to us on shadecraft.com, and I would really encourage people to really connect and register with us, because there's going to be a limited number sold in the world next year. And the sooner you connect and put your name on the reservation list, the better it will be. So there's going to be a limited number, so definitely connect to us.
Absolutely. So you heard Armen. You have to get your name on there because it's very limited and it's cutting edge. It's incredible. So thank you so much. And again, you're watching Life Tomorrow. I'm Hunter Mulford, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Thank you.